what's up? This is DJ Dog. And a lot of people may have jealousy toward another person because they feel that they didn't learn a lot of life skills from a person. I said that those things they're trying to learn are very simple in and of itself. So and the most important thing that's needed to be learned, is financial savvy. So that that's you know what, what what you need to focus on here. You have to focus on that here. And having financial savvy, really bring you forward in association with people and animals, and in nature, and that's really all that's needed. And if you want to go further and you do have those skills, then those skills will bring you forward further than a person who doesn't have those skills. So there's no like unfairness going on in the skills department. So that's really it. It be their dog in my backyard. What I'm saying? Chilling over there. What's up, Kerry? Yeah, and really, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? What you been doing? What you been doing? This old boy, I know him from the hood, what I'm saying? Just, stop by, what I'm saying? But now he stays with me, what I'm saying? And you want to not focus on any past events. If you do have any past events that happen to you, you have to, the only way to get over that is to cleanse yourself and you keep chasing, and then start to chase your goals. And then when you achieve your goals, you have peace in your life, and that really be about it. So I'm out here chilling, balling, big time. You know what I'm saying? I got this yard right here. You know what I'm saying? I got this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here chilling. You know what I'm saying? And really, you know what I'm talking about? It ain't that much going on, but there's a whole lot going on. You know what I mean? So everybody chill. So everybody worry about. We try to shy away from the people who supported by the family. You know, I try to go out there, give me a job. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I like going to the place, get the website, come back, come back home, apply for that shit. I've been trying to apply for that shit, trying to get me a certificate again. I got two certificates. I gotta get another one again because the school is messed up. I gotta get copies of it so I get me another. You know what I'm saying? And really, really and truly, the only thing to worry about is not food or money or shelter. It is achievements and celebration. That's the only thing to worry about. When's my next achievement so I can celebrate again? You know what I'm saying? Everybody know how to keep that thing tight. That's like very natural for human to be able to survive and keep the money flow going. Every single human can do that, and just chill out, so I'm out here, saying homeboy live, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm talking about. We got a cat. Sometimes the internet go out in the house. You know what I'm saying, and shit get wild and crazy. You know what I'm saying, like I watch the Unimars Western and Channel Two, and that shit more entertaining than what's on the internet. If you keep it on Unimars all day, then Google will show you all the best stuff. Okay, so you just put that on there like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody cool. You know what I'm saying? And if you get in a situation where people act strange and live around you, just use your superpower to get that over with. Because they're thinking negatively about their own life because maybe they're being harassed by the mother. And it's a form of harassment, but she don't think it's harassment. You know what I'm saying? And it's like crazy thing that can happen around you. You know what I'm saying? You just imply that out You know what I'm saying? And you good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here. I think it's Thursday. I don't even know what today is. You know, it might be Saturday. You know, and I'm out here. You know, relaxing, chilling, smoking me a cigar. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what life is about. You know, when it really boils down to it, you know, life is all about enjoying the world and enjoying being doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And that shows in your mannerism. You know, yeah, I used to say, hey, you know, perpetrators and persons, you know, you know, rapists, who think that you know you know can uh perpetrate you know enjoyment, you know, especially around the kids. That's why parents gotta watch your kids. You know, what I'm saying keep them in your sight at all times. You know, and if a food comes walking over, talking directly to nobody supposed to talk directly to no kid. You know what I'm saying? Nobody supposed to really like your kid because it ain't their kid. You know what I'm saying? So, you know they'll you know handle the little kid real nicely, but you know not without your you say so. You know they talk to you first or something like that. Maybe a little high, something. They say hi. You know, but you know yeah. You know so life is all about you know peace and, and enjoyment, things like that, you know. And, you know, you shouldn't have to worry about things like that, you know. People trying to gang up on you and, you know, what is it, kind of annoy you a lot, you know, or any symptoms of any females who may feel that, you know, uh, that, you know, that you are the problem and you're a stranger to her, you know, or any female feel that you are the problem or something like that, you know, it should be, you know, known, and it is known that that's not the issue, and women experience symptoms of a breakdown, you know, so that's really about it. You know, I'm out here chilling, relaxing, and things like that. You know, you ain't got to worry about attacking, you know, things like that. This is all a social situation that kind of comes from uh, uh, talking about things that are impossible. Okay, so you know that's just worry, and as you have to state it and say as you say these things, you know any only felt effects you know, or habits from that, from hearing those things, you know, you feel more whole, you feel more whole and, you know, secure in that, in the fact that, you know, you don't do those things, you know, so this is King out about Port Hand Live. We gonna have some events here soon, you know what I'm saying? And that'll be about it, you know what I'm saying? So peace out.